How's it going, guys? For any of those of you that have one of these new Traxxas Ultimate Desert Racers, you've probably noticed that the stock steering servo leaves a little bit to be desired. It's a pretty slow servo and it doesn't really have a lot of torque. Pretty surprising how easily it gets bogged down just by the weight of the vehicle itself. So in the course of doing some upgrades and some testing on our UDR here, one of the things that we just did was install a new steering servo. What we installed is one of our most popular servos that we sell now. This is the JX CLS-5830HV servo. HV, of course, stands for high voltage, which means that you can run this guy up to 8.4 volts, meaning in applications where you do have a straight LiPo battery running your servos, these things will work just fine. It's also a waterproof servo, which is obviously great for off-road use. And it's a 25 spline shaft, which is probably the most common spline count, so if you've got a lot of servo arms sitting around, it's very likely that they will work with this. And nice part is 25 tooth is the standard on the Traxxas vehicles, meaning this thing will bolt right into your Traxxas vehicle. If you look down here, you'll see we do have all the bottom skid plate pulled off of this truck. This is normally not quite as accessible. You might also notice we have our shock and damper sitting loose here. We did break one of these trailing arms that has been apparently a pretty common failure from what we're seeing on these things. But anyhow, you can see right in there, servo bolts in, no problem. And the nice part, of course, is, so you can see this, the servo action much quicker, and it has all the torque you could want. So the specs on this thing at 6 volts has 343 ounce-inches of torque. At 8.4 volts, it's got a massive 420 ounce-inches of torque. And the speed on it at 6 volts is 0.11 seconds, and at 8.4 volts, it's a lightning quick 0.09 seconds. So again, guys, awesome specs on this servo, and the best spec of all is the price. These guys are $39.99. Again, standard size servo, works in 10 scale, A scale applications. Fantastic price. We'll put a link down in the description below. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to shoot us an email. We will also post a link for that down in the description. As always, guys, thank you for watching.